You're on, Ed.
Hello and welcome to Freewheeling. It's the 7th, and I'm very sad, but also a little bit proud to say, final episode. Lockdown is coming to a close in a few countries now. It's certainly over in New Zealand, and I know that it's over in at least one of the countries of our guests today in Austria. First up, though, let me introduce you to my regular partner in crime throughout Freewheeling over the last 7 weeks. It's Miss Jenny Jones. Jenny, you there? Yay!
Hey!
How you going? Now you look like you got a bit of a tan there.
Yes, I've been surfing quite a bit. It's been really hot and sunny here. It's awesome. And oh, have I frozen? Am I all right?
No, I think you're all right. It's just your internet connection.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's been so nice to get in the water. It's been awesome ocean time. How have you been?
Really good, really good. Lockdown's over in New Zealand. We're back pretty much to normal life. If you go to a medical centre, you have to kind of sign in and do some standard bits, and you have to have your phone. You have to scan QR codes everywhere that you go now, and just log in on. Yeah, if you go to, we went to New Zealand Snow Sports Centre down here to bounce on the trampoline, use the mini ramps. You've got to sign in, not at the supermarket, but yeah, there's just little accents left to life.
But it's not. And we saw your prime minister in the middle of an earthquake. Did you see that interview? She was cool as a cucumber.
That woman, she's on a different level. Are you okay to carry on the interview, Prime Minister? Yeah, we're fine.
There's no hanging lights.
Something directly above me.
I'm excited for the guests.
Oh, yes, me too. We've got some absolute bangers this week. We'll show you video clips of each of them now, and then we'll bring them in. We've got the golden couple of Austrian snowboarding. It's Anna Gasser and Clemens Millauer. And then we've got one of the biggest names in women's surfing. She's transitioned through lots of different phases during her career. And she's also now renowned as one of the most impressive photographers, not just in the world of surfing, but in Southern California with some of her incredibly unique images. It's Cassie Mirdor. Let's take a look at what each of them have been up to.
They can't hear us. I just checked.
Cool.
Oh, here we go.
There we go. Got everyone back in. Yeah, I definitely know that I'm in New Zealand, but it feels like you're on the side of the world. Manu, we've got Manu, the director here. Can you turn me upside down, Manu?
Are we wrong?
Yeah, you need to. Yeah, can you? There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
I kind of like it more when everybody was a little twisted.
Look at this. I'm really stoked on this. Our final Zoom game for Freewheeling for 7 weeks, and we've got some awesome guests. Cassia, Anna, Clemens, welcome to Freewheeling. Absolute honor to have you all on here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's start with you, Cassia. I reckon I really don't want to make you feel old in any way, and you were very young when we used to hang out regularly. But I reckon it's been probably 12 or 15 years since we saw each other.
It's been a long time. I think the last time we hung out, we all were chased around by the security at a hotel for walking with all these giant fireworks that it took us like 3 people to carry one. That was the best. I don't think I've been back to China since.
I remember one of the last times I saw you, I remember playing some kind of thong slapping game where we were using flip-flops, the kind of the classic Brazilian ones. And I ended up with what was known as a tattoo. You know, the little button that you get on the bottom of a flip-flop?
Oh, yeah.
I got slapped in the face so hard with a flip-flop. I had a blood blister on my cheek in the shape of one of those buttons.
That's that's something to remember. I mean, anytime you get slapped in the face by a thong, you know.
It sounds really weird because
lockdown treated you?
So classic. We had some good times. It's been too long. I can't believe this first time that we get to hang out again. It's virtually. So I'm stoked that, this technology brings us together. And who are we with? Hello, everyone. What up, you guys?
Hey.
Jenny.
Hello.
Jenny up here.
Where are you at?
Clemens, hello.
Where's everybody right now? Are we bridging the world? You're in New Zealand, Ed?
Yep.
We in Austria.
100%.
Kaunertal, we are actually almost on the mountain. It's still like snow here, and we still can snowboard. This is pretty sick.
So sweet.
And I'm in Devon in England.
Sweet.
Yes.
How's lockdown been for you, Cassia?
Pardon?
How's lockdown been for you?
We just started surfing again last week, and I'm like so happy. Like, I'm in LA. I barely made it back. Got the last flight out of South America where I was. And it was kind of wild because it felt like all the dimensions were closing around me. And I was like, all right, like last flight out of here, last flight out of there. And coming back to LAX, I was definitely tripping out. It was weird, man. I think I got back like the 23rd of March. So it was right in the middle of it all. And just going through airports and stuff, I was like spraying everybody I was like, don't get near me. I'm going to spray you with alcohol. Like, at least we're all safe then. Like spraying down the seats. And like, if the flight attendant came near me, I would like spray the bottle. I've never felt so like aware of what I was doing and like touching. Or not touching. I literally left all my boards and all my gear where I was because I was like, I don't want to bring anything. I'm just going to roll and get back. And I almost didn't leave. I was like, maybe it's actually better for me to stay here. And I kind of like came to the conclusion if I stay here, I might not get back home for quite some time. So I'm actually quite happy that I chose to get on the flight. But it was definitely a roll of the dice. And since I've been home, I've just been really focused, and they just opened up the beaches like 2 weeks ago. And I'm just like so happy to be back in the water and just like healthier than I've ever been, actually. Just like eating super well, just like meditating a lot, and just like really dropped it. So feel grateful, and also just like, wow, what a wild portal that we've all been in.
What about you guys? Clemens, Anna, it's lovely to have you on here. I feel like I should do the full introduction, really. 4 times X Games gold medal winner, world champion, Olympic gold medal winner, and Clemens, one of the stalwarts of the World Cup. And you've got, I'm trying to think, is it your Cab 12 that I've seen? I saw your Cab 12 down here at the Big Air in New Zealand. This year, it's one of my favorites, I think.
No, I think it was like pretty much my signature trick, like front 14 tail, like with a little double dip. Yeah, that one probably. Yeah, that was in New Zealand this year. Yeah, unfortunately we can't go New Zealand this year, I guess.
We wanna come to New Zealand so bad.
It's done pretty well on lockdown, but Austria's done really well as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, we were in a pretty strict lockdown in the beginning. So for 4 weeks, we were not supposed to leave the house for anything else than getting groceries and like kind of going for a little walk. So the first 4 weeks were pretty hard, but now it's getting better. And we also have been on snow for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
And also like really motivated, like way more stoked and happy to be on snow than we would have been without the situation.
Yeah, you're not taking it for granted now.
Yes, exactly. And we're so rested and healthy because like after the season, the body is sore and tired and you kind of a little burned out. And now we had like 6 full weeks of rest, which normally I never take 6 weeks of rest when I'm not injured. So like we're really happy to be back on snow.
Yeah, it feels almost like a season start, I would say.
Season start in June.
Yeah.
Or like May.
And we actually didn't think that we would snow it at all because like all the resorts are actually closed, and we just saw that some like race skiers from Austria were on the mountain, so we tried to like also get a spot where we could ride, and we found this one mountain in Austria at Kanadal, and they would build us a jump, and we could make our own little playground with some rails, so we are super happy.
Oh, Kanatao, bringing the good. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing as Ed. How are your legs? Because I wondered if maybe because you've been keeping up with the acro, haven't you?
I tried always.
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. My sister, I normally don't get to see my sister that much, but she like universities, like she's in university and they didn't have classes, so she came home for the lockdown. So we had a lot of time to practice our acro moves.
Not getting Clem's involved though. He doesn't want any.
Clemens had to like, how do you say, to hold us sometimes.
I'm the saver.
The spotter. He's the spotter, but like he hates it. He hates the responsibility of like catching me.
It's pretty heavy work, yeah.
Hey.
Have you actually learned any? Have you sort of been trying anything new yet on the jumps, or are you just simply enjoying like hitting a jump and getting some air time?
I feel like right now I'm just like I want to have fun mode and get my feedback. So like working myself up to my like good level again, like doing some sevens, doing some frees, trying some actually more grabs and style tricks than focusing on the hard tricks yet. But we'll see. We have 1 more week on the jump, so and hopefully some good weather. Yeah. So maybe.
We also filmed a little bit. It's still a good chance to get some shots end of the season. We did once a sunrise session, which was pretty sick because we had great light. Yeah.
But sunrise sessions, you never do your hard tricks. Yeah. They are scary. You go in the completely dark. It's like you know how it is, Jenny. You know the sunrise sessions. Can't see, like it's icy. But totally worth it.
Cassia, these two, there's a lovely story that actually links Jenny and Anna together, and they did the most wonderful feature 2 years ago for the 2019 series of Ski Sunday. I've seen Jenny since, but Anna, I haven't told you guys this. That's in the 15 years that I've worked on Ski Sunday, the BBC show, that is my favourite feature by miles, because Anna fell in the 2014 slopestyle at the Olympics, which meant that Jenny took the bronze medal, and they met for this interview for the first time. Talk us through it, because there was a lovely moment there, Anna, and the story you told about it when you got home.
Yes, so I was like kind of up and coming at the 2014 Olympics, and I've been looking up to Jenny all the time, and I honestly, from my whole heart, believed that she deserved that medal more than I did. Like, because I was like, okay, I'm like young, I probably get another chance, and I knew it was your last.
You're like, Jenny is old.
So when I like later, like I was like, no, it's fine. Like she deserves. Like I'm happy she got that medal, and I'm gonna come back and get my medal 4 years later when I deserved it.
Holy crap! Did she come back and get her medal? Holy smokes, just on fire. It's so cool. What was really cool though is like your mum as well, like both the mums. It's just crazy. I don't know if you follow snowboarding much, Cassie, or have you tried it much?
Snowboarding?
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, I love what you ladies do. And it's so awesome, to hear that kind of story and that kind of like passing on in those like moments, like how one moment for somebody like transitions to a whole other moment for somebody else, and these kind of like interweaving stories. I love that. and snowboarding's radical. I mean, it's frozen water, and at the end of the day, I don't leave the beach much. But when I do, I love it. I'm just not good at it.
You must have similar scenarios that have happened with the longboarding, like with the bond that you make with other crew and stuff and all the travels.
I mean, yeah, just getting to go around the world has been so awesome. Doing what you love, and like I meet people all the time that are snowboarders that love to come surfing on the off season. Like so many people I know that are mountain people, like in the summer they're just like, I want to get to the beach, and just super fired up. So it's cool how there's like such a cool interrelated flow with it all, and just like board sports. But I'm always like just so like, wow, when people are just like hitting those big jumps and going for it and doing that, it's radical. And when I was younger, I would hang out with a lot of the snowboarders because for Roxy, they had us all together a lot when we were kids. And so it was cool. I got to I know Tora and like all those people super well. We've known each other since we were kids. So, but I'm just like, so at anytime I see the ladies out there doing their thing and the dudes, Clem, I'm not trying to discredit you. But just like doing their thing, it's just so radical.
Right, I've got my my little boy's come in. He's just woken up for breakfast. We're going to start the game. I want all of you to start thinking about. You can come and show him. This is the haircut that I gave Oscar during lockdown. It's kind of it's actually a bowl, but it's kind of undercut, dyed on top with a bowl. So this is Anna and Clemens and Cassia.
Okay.
Hello.
Right. The rules of this game are 2 lies, 2 truths, and 1 lie. Freudian slip there, I think. So what you've got to do, each person has to tell. But Clemens and Anna, you're not allowed to answer for each other. It'll just be Jenny, Cassia, and I answering because I figure that you go unless you think you can fool each other.
Wait, 1 truth or 2 truths?
2 truths.
Okay.
1 lie.
Oh.
So, and the job is for the others to discuss and then decide which one they think the lie is. So I'll give you an example to start. What should we go with? Let's go with, I'm 3-time UK air guitar champion. I have been slapped by Naomi Campbell. I have been attacked by a shark.
Well, guys, I know that one of those, because I know Ed, I know one of those is definitely true. Like I know which, there's one in there, but I just don't know. Am I allowed to mention that? Maybe you're not 3 times. He's definitely been the air guitar champion.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that. That one's pretty obvious. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I say obvious. It's not obvious at all. I'm sorry.
The other 2. What do you think?
Wait, so
I don't think you got slapped by Naomi Campbell.
I think that's the truth, man. I'd slap you if I could.
I'm pretty sure you have.
I think I have, maybe with the sandal. I feel like one of the truths is that you have been slapped by Naomi.
Really?
Surely, what do you reckon?
Surely we would have heard the shark story before, wouldn't we? We would have.
It might be quite recent.
Huh?
It might be quite recent.
Oh.
Come on, give me a decision.
Now you're right. I reckon, Cassia, what do you think? Naomi Campbell.
I'm just going for that one because it would just be so interesting. And then I want to hear the backstory. So I'm kind of hopeful, actually. I don't know if that's part of the game.
Okay, Anna, we go with that?
That's what I'm going with.
And Anna and Clemens, you've pinned your flag to the Naomi Campbell one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say so.
You're all correct. I mean, any of you who know me well know that I am exaggerating Ed. I'm prone to exaggeration. The shark attack is actually a bit of shark bothering. They were just in close proximity to me. There was no biting, just a little bit of bumping in New Zealand over Christmas. We found this incredible right point that was just littered with sharks, and you'd jump off and they'd be right next to you. And I had a couple of waves that I shared with some. But Naomi Campbell, I worked on mega yachts, enormous boats during the summers of 97 and 98. And we had a helicopter on the back of the boat, a hot tub on the top, 6 jet skis. This thing was huge. And they'd throw these extravagant parties after the Monaco Music Awards. And you'd get all the celebrities came on board. And my job as the deckhand was to collect the shoes as everyone came on board. I took Mike Tyson's shoes, I took Steven Seagal's shoes, and Naomi Campbell came on board really late, and she was absolutely leathered. And I took her high heels, and it was almost as if taking the high heels off made her even worse. She could walk even less straight. And she went to try and get up the gangplank, and she tottered on the gangplank and fell sideways. And her bodyguard was right behind her, and he grabbed hold of her arm. And he was really big, and she's obviously like a stick, but she was teetering over the edge, and he had hold of her arm. And the only other place he could grab her to keep her on the gangplank and not fall into this dirty Monaco harbour water was between her legs. So he grabbed her between the legs and then lifted her back onto the gangplank. And she just swung around and straight arm, open hand, slapped him across the face. And this guy had a neck like at the bottom of a redwood tree. It was just like that. And his head just went, barely moved. And she carried on to the boat, and he just kind of made her look like, oh, that's the 6th time that's happened today. And they carried on. So I did see her slap someone. It just wasn't me.
Oh.
Sick story.
Yeah.
I was wondering where the story was. I knew there was got to be something. That's pretty good. I thought that he was going to have hit him, and then it was going to have like refracted off of him into you. That's what I thought.
I could have stuck my face in and then tried to get a little bit of deflected glory.
Yeah, just that little slap bruise would have been pretty sweet. Have her sign it, you know.
Right. Who wants to go next? That's given you all a bit of time to think of your lie. And I think the hardest bit is selling 2 good truths as well, though. Cassia looks like she's limbering up. I think you're ready, aren't you, Cassia?
No, I'm really just thinking about it.
Okay, Jen, where are you
at? I just feel into it.
Yeah, mine won't be as exciting as that, but I'll try.
And Anna's hiding. Clemens, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I've jotted some down. Here we go.
Okay, come on then, Jones, you're up.
Okay. It's hard to follow that. Let's go with, okay. When I was recovering from knee surgery, me and my friend were really bored and decided to try mushrooms for the first time. And then she decided that she was going to wax my lady parts. Okay. Second one. I got at the 2015, I think it was, X Games in Aspen. Snoop Dogg was playing, and I got invited up onto the stage, and I was like, shit, yeah, and went up, completely tripped up on the way, fell flat on my face and ate shit, And I was like, oh my God. And I was mortified. So I just left. I couldn't do it. I left. So I missed out on that. What else?
I don't care. Just the idea of both of these happening is fantastic. These are incredible.
When I was younger, I had an obsession with sticking things like in my ears, like little beads and stuff. And I got two beads stuck so far down my ear hole that I had to go to hospital to get them taken out. Just to put them up my nose and in my ears.
Oh, they are good.
Oh!
The first two you were told with such conviction that I feel like they're true.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one is so mundane. The third one's so mundane, it kind of feels like it has to be true. What do you think?
I feel like the last one is not true. I feel like the first one sounded really good. Second one too. The last one didn't have enough story.
I feel like the second one you fell, but you still went up there and danced.
Thanks, Anna.
I'm kind of with Clem. Like, I think like the last one was not true, and the first two were maybe true.
Yeah, do you think she sold us a dummy? Like, purposely told two really outlandish stories and then a really boring lie.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Okay, we're agreed. It's the beads are the lie.
That is incorrect. That was true.
Really?
What was true? The last one.
The last one was true.
It was a great strategy.
One is not true.
The Snoop Dogg is not true.
Yeah.
But it's such a good lie because it seemed so plausible coming from
you. You're a good storyteller.
The first one is true, but she only managed to wax half of my lady bits because we were
I don't even know where to start with this. I mean, what were you thinking? And just why?
Well, we were only young, and I had spent 4 months.
That's not an excuse.
4 months rehabbing my knee. I was in Vail, Colorado. We were really, really bored. So
right.
just what we did. I didn't want her to wax any more than half because it was so painful.
Was it just a jungle? Was it like Sleeping Beauty?
Right, next person. Okay, who's up? Come on.
Okay, I think we should go either Clemens or Anna, and then we'll go Cassia, and then we'll finish up with Clemens or Anna. So which of you wants to go first?
Me. I'll start.
Come on, Clemens.
I feel like we're really going to struggle with Clemens because he's so good at deadpan here. He's going to be able to sell this so well.
We'll see. So first, the first one is, I've never done a McTwist in a pipe because I'm really scared of going upside down in a pipe and landing on the coping. That's the first one. The second one is, when I first ever met Anna, I did a double cork on the knuckle because I wanted to impress her. That's the second one. And the third one is, I've dyed my hair blonde because little kids at school would make fun of me. That's the third one.
Oh, they are really, really good.
Yeah, that's good.
So the dyeing your hair blonde at school because you were teased for having ginger hair. Double cork. Did you land on the knuckle?
Yeah, I was just like, oh, Anna's here and I never saw her before, so I thought like I need to do something cool right now. And then I was like, okay. And I was really bad back then. I was like probably 15 or 14 years old, and the jump was really shitty. And I was like, okay, I'll still go for it. I'll do a double to show off. And then I like straight slammed on the knuckle like crazy.
Okay, there's good detail there. And then the McTwist in the half pipe. See, I I understand that, but I've seen you snowboard. No one can do front trips with that late double dip and not want to do a McTwist in a pipe. That seems insane to me.
Cassie is like, yeah, I agree on the double dip.
I don't even know what it means.
I
So
know.
I'm like, maybe that one.
See, I'm totally down with I tried to backflip off a wall to impress my wife when I first met her. That was my first as well. I actually broke my ACL trying that. So I've got sympathy with that one.
I think that one's. I do think that one. I know he's put loads of detail into it, which sometimes can indicate that it's a lie. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to still believe it because I like it so much.
Yeah, that's it. You sentimentally get attached to that. But I think Clemens is such a strong personality. He's got that quiet strength to him. I don't know if he'd be swayed to dye his hair.
No. Not as a little, maybe as a younger boy though, he was quite nervous. I don't know, or like shy about it.
Who knows?
Cassie, what's your verdict?
I don't know. I think that, you seem like a guy who wears his heart on his sleeve. So obviously doing something sweet for a lady, trying to impress. I believe that's true. See, look at, they just got shy. Okay, they're back. So I feel like, that right there means that like maybe the whole, I feel like that one's true. You wanted to impress Anna, but I don't know how long you've known her for.
You need to decide now.
We're 15.
Okay.
Super young.
You're
That's
10
the
years
part that throws me. How old are you now, man?
25.
Yeah, so 10 years together. Jenny, what's you probably know them better than anyone.
I think that the McTwist one is true. So that means that the hair has to be the lie.
Yeah, we're going with the hair, Clemens. We're agreed on the hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you were wrong. It's it's the McTwist. I've never done a McTwist. Yeah, the hair story is actually true. Yeah, but I'm growing my blonde hair out right now. They are getting back red again. Yeah.
When I met Clemens, he had black hair.
Yeah.
Totally black hair, colored black hair, and he actually did a backstand double and landed fully on his head, on the knuckle. And all I was thinking is, who is this really crazy little kid? He's out of his mind. That's when I saw his back double then to his head to the knuckle. I was like, okay, this kid, he's not, I don't know what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
And then you've ended up dating for the last, how long is it? 9, 10 years?
No. Like 5 maybe.
Yeah, okay. Like 5 or something.
Yeah, like it was not like, it took a couple years to forget that, the back 10.
That is brilliant. Okay, Cassie, are you ready?
Oh man, yeah.
You've got some really tough acts to follow with Jenny and Clemens.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm feeling like this is like, it's hard.
It is though. It is quite hard.
All right, I'm gonna go for it.
You got this.
So this one time I was in Morocco and I drove a car into the ocean. But then we got it out.
Okay.
And we got it out and it was fine. It was totally chill.
For the next 10 minutes.
This one time I was a kid and I wanted to go to Australia. And I was like trying to save money. And I was working at a store and Mel Gibson came in. And I was like, what's up, Mel? And he, ended up buying all this stuff. And so I made all the money I needed to go to Australia.
Okay.
And I bought a car and I lived in it for a while. Yeah.
Brilliant. This one's
One
definitely.
time I was in a helicopter with like the world champ of helicopters, and he did a backflip. And I was like, all right.
And you were in the helicopter?
I was in it. He was the best.
Okay, Clemens and Anna, you're deep in conversation there. What are your thoughts?
2 is not true, I think, straight up. I don't know.
The helicopter thing is true.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah. And the car in the water was the first story, and there was so much emotions to it, and I think that one could be true as well. I don't know, it's pretty fucked up, and that the car was fine. That's a little bit, I don't know if the car can still drive after landing in the water. I don't know. It's like either 1 or 2, because selling so much stuff for making like a trip to Australia is also pretty heavy. I don't know. I go with 2. I go with 2.
Okay, the Mel Gibson story.
Yeah, Mel Gibson story.
Can I just clarify something?
Yeah.
What was the helicopter? It did a backflip.
Yeah, he was a world champ. I was there. It was, we were in Australia, and he, we went with this dude. He was like the pro #1 helicopter stunt driver, and he did a backflip.
Okay, so you're either over-exaggerating, making that up. Oh, this is good bluffing if it's bluffing. Because
see, I'm going with the. Have you ever seen True Romance?
Oh,
it's one of my favorite films.
Glasses over there.
And Christopher Walken has that line where he's talking to Dennis Hopper, and he's like, "Everybody got to tell. Everybody's got to tell." And I think there was a look away, and there was some hair pulling on the helicopter story there. You're deeply engaged with us now, but as you lied, you couldn't look anyone in the eyes. I'm going for the tell on the helicopter story. I think it's number 3.
Yeah, I think it's number 3.
Because I think like the Mel Gibson one is just too random, and the Moroccan car one.
The Moroccan one is true, surely, because you said Morocco, and it's sort of specific enough that it's like a memory of, we're surfing in Morocco. Okay, come on. Right.
What do you guys all think?
I'm going helicopter.
I think they all 3 are a lie.
I was wondering if a helicopter can do a backflip.
Yeah, I think it can do a backflip. But the second story, it's true. It's like, it's so crazy if it would be a lie. Like, you have to have this crazy idea of this story, so it kind of has to be true. So maybe it's the car, because why would a car go after landing in the sea?
Okay, so you're going 1.
I go 1. Yeah, I go 1. I don't go 2. I go 1.
I go with the helicopter 1 too.
Okay, so Clemens has gone rogue on 1, the car, and the rest of us are on the helicopter.
Yeah.
Okay, the one that's not true is the backflip in the helicopter. I was in a helicopter with this dude, but we were moonwalking. We didn't do a flip.
Oh,
which was chill.
I think it can do a flip.
So everything else is true.
Were you moonwalking inside the helicopter, or the helicopter was?
He did a move and he called it the moonwalk. It was like this weird fade back, and I was scared. It was the only time I was ever in a helicopter. I was like, dude, these things just don't look aerodynamic.
Well, they do backflip though, because at the start of Spectre in the James Bond film, he fully does a backflip in that one. And I've seen a couple of them. There's a Red Bull guy who does a backflip in them, but yeah, there's something about helicopters. You go in a plane and it feels like it wants to fly. The helicopter just feels like a vibrating box, doesn't it?
It's so weird. It doesn't feel like anything that's a good idea to get in to go off the ground is what it feels like. It feels like trying to go up in a dune buggy or something like that. It's just like not a good call. But yeah, I did drive a car into, the ocean. We were trying to get the jet ski, and there was like big surge, and the water came up over, and it took us forever to get it out of there. But it drove. I was tripping that it drove, because it was like, it's like almost like a cartoon. You open the doors, the windows were down, and like water came out, and like it was the whole thing. I was tripping that we kept on driving it around the whole time, and I was working at some shop in Malibu, and I told him how I was going to Australia and I was saving up money. So he ended up buying like so much stuff for me, and anyway, that was pretty bad. He's from Australia, so he was pumped that I wanted to go there. And I was like 17. I was a little kid. I was like really stoned and just talking to him about like surfing. And he was like super fired up. It reminded him of his youth.
Wow. Anna, you've got some serious work cut out now.
I know. I hate that I'm last on this.
Mel Gibson, bikini waxing.
I know.
Hair dyeing, double cork slams. There's not an awful shark attacks. There's not a lot to follow here.
I know, it's really hard. Okay. Number one, I won a sing contest in Austria when I was like 10 years old. And from 10 till 12, I was kind of a mini Austrian country singer.
That's amazing.
I grew out of it though. I grew out of me singing pretty fast. Then I still this day I've never ate cheese because I always smell my food, and I never, like, now I'm 28, I never ate a piece of cheese. And then the last one is at 2014 Olympics, I was in the top 10 fails. I got into the top 10 fails of the Olympics in Sochi on TV.
Oh God.
Those are three. I thought it was going to be a tough act to follow. Those are fantastic.
Yeah.
I need. Can you sing a song? I need to find out if you're.
No, that would be cheating.
That's cheating.
That would be cheating.
But I can tell you, she's singing really good. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was also a kid and country singing like Heidi and stuff. You know that song?
I can't wait until we get to the end of this. What's the Heidi song? Clemens, maybe you can sing it for us.
Heidi, Heidi, deine Welt sind die Berge. But I'm not a good singer, but when Anna sings, it sounds great.
This is really tough. This is really tough because the top 10 fails is possible.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's... I'm trying to think of what else went down there.
I feel like it's a top 10 fail. I'm going with 3.
No, that's true. I reckon that's definitely true.
I think it could be true. Because maybe I think the fail part was not the run itself. I think it was the sliding down before the start and walking back up.
Which Cassie wouldn't know, but it's like, yeah.
But I feel like you were a country singer and you smell your food and you don't like cheese.
I think it's impossible that someone who comes from like Carinthia in Austria, there's no such thing. Like Austrians live on meat and cheese.
Yeah.
It's like a stereotype. It's like it's a stereotype though, isn't it? But I just can't imagine anyone not liking. Is it Altkaiser? That seems insane.
That's the thing. I don't know as many Austrians because, you know, there's not many surfing over there, so I don't know that.
No ocean in Austria.
But I feel like I'm down with smelling stuff, and if it doesn't smell good and cheese smells weird.
It does. I'm going with the cheese one. I'm putting my hand up for number 2. Jenny?
The first one is so outrageous that it's got to be true, but I'll go with that. But I'm going to go with that one as not true because you two have gone with the 2 and the 3, haven't you?
Splitting the difference big time. It's a spread.
I think we can say that despite all of the pressure you've delivered, because you've got the top 2 fails, the cheese and the helicopter have all sold to someone different. Put us out of our misery. Who's right?
So the singing is a total lie. I can't sing at all.
It's like Clement's one. I so wanted to believe it. I was like, oh, it's true, so I can hear you sing country and western.
I was thinking you do a Dolly Parton song, and when you said Heidi, I thought, that's not country, is it? Is it like a Heidi?
It's not really country, yes, I know. I couldn't think of a country song.
The proof, but it was the fact that Clemens could sing it, but Heidi was Swiss.
Heidi was it like kids TV show that always came on in Austria.
The intro,
the intro of a kids TV show.
As I was going to say, as punishment, we could make you sing Heidi, but because you sold such a good lie, we can't force you to do it now.
That was good. That was real good. I just figured like you were good, so being in the top 10 fails doesn't make any sense. But
yeah, but I had an early start, and I slipped down the whole starting ramp, and then my coach tried to help me, so he slipped down. And then we both tried to climb back up, and then we both slipped down again. And they put actually a clown music under this, so it looked totally ridiculous. So I was in the top 10 fails with like at a major event where a lot of people were watching. Fully like my coach was actually funnier than me because he slipped out. He slipped out and fell down, and then we tried to climb, and he wanted to grab my butt and push me back up, but then he realized it's on TV, so he couldn't grab my butt, so I slipped again. So yeah, that's why.
Oh my gosh. That's kind of amazing. That's like, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
do you think, I mean, on a serious note, do you think that's what put you off in your run?
A little bit for sure. Well, you don't want to blame something like that on your performance, but people were discussing if I should get another run. Like then they were like, you have 10 seconds to drop, so I didn't have time to like get myself back into focus. And then I was also not used to drop in last, so then I like messed up the first rail after that new start. And then before like my last run, I was the last person to drop. No one was on the start gate anymore except me. I was like, and everyone down there was waiting and celebrating. So I was like, shit, what am I doing? And I think I fell pretty soon too in my second run.
I think you fell, it was first or second kicker on a back seven. I see it in my memory. But.
Yeah.
Good memory.
We have pretty much used up our entire hour of our Zoom meeting. It's the first time we've managed it, but I can say it's been the most entertaining show we've done in the 7-show series. So I want to thank you to all of you. It's been an absolute pleasure. What are your plans, Cassie? What are you going to do now?
I'm going to go run around and maybe go surfing. The clouds are lifting, and there's a little soft snow coming down the point. So I really want to get in the water. I'm like a little kid right now. What you guys were sharing, like Anna and Clem, like just getting back out on the slope or getting back out in the ocean. I mean, just like smelling the ocean right now is like this whole kind of fantasy moment, waking dream for me. So
will you do a hang 5 for me?
I will. I'll hang those 5. I'll hang 10 for you, babe.
Yes.
Clement, I'm guessing you guys are gonna eat some cheese and do some McTwists.
Probably, yeah.
It's 10. I think we're gonna go to bed soon because tomorrow is nice weather.
And the early start, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing! What a brilliant way to end the show with some Stoke. Jones, what are you up to?
I'd like to see you air guitar us out of the show.
I'd love to, but do you know what? I have actually done the full TV presenter vibe. I've got a t-shirt on, but there's nothing down below, so I'm not going to subject anyone to that. But I am. Oscar and I, we believe in about a 60% attendance record for school. So Oscar and I are going to smash up Skyline. The downhill tracks have opened here, so we're taking a day off school and we're going to go downhilling. So everyone's out and about. Jones, what does your day hold?
Well, it's the evening here, but tomorrow we'll definitely be surfing.
Yeah.
There we go. That is how you end it. Clemens, Anna, Cassia, Jenny, thank you so much for being a part of Freewheeling. It's been an awesome series. Thank you to all of you out there for watching. Take care, and fingers crossed we don't see you again, because this is the live action sports show that comes to you from the lockdown, and I'm not sure anyone wants to come back here, but for what it's worth, it's been an absolute blast. See you all around. Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Later. Jenny, come surfing. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.